A lot of people don't know that Game of Thrones or really A Song of Ice and Fire have comic book adaptions, and this extends of course to stories like The Hedge Knight, which HBO's A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is based off of. So continuing our series on showing the differences and similarities between the comics and the TV show, we have the moment that Dunk and Egg even met. So when Dunk buries his Knight Ser Arlan, he takes his sword and the horses and eventually makes his way to the nearest town where there's word of an upcoming tournament. In the TV show, Dunk makes it all the way to the inn before he walks up to Egg and thinks that he's a stablehand or something, telling the boy to put his horse away as he goes inside. In the comics, this goes a little differently, as Dunk actually meets Egg a little outside of the city while Egg is taking a bath in the nearby river. Here, their conversation goes similarly, with Dunk telling the stable boy to put his horses up, pat them down, and feed them, and Egg saying that he could do that if he wanted to, but what kind of knight is this guy anyway? His belt is made of rope. Telling him that all that matters is that it can hold his sword, Dunk proceeds into town and ultimately into the inn, while Egg has a huge smile on his face. And after a brief confrontation in the inn and some light drinking, Dunk walks out with a huge smile of his own, saying that this is what being a knight is all about. However, he runs into the stable upon hearing his horses sounding distressed as he finds Egg, wearing his chainmail and other parts of his armor as he holds Dunk's lance and pretends to be a knight of his own. Now in the TV show, Dunk goes, "You thief," and tries to make Egg take his armor off right away. But in the comics, Dunk actually has a bit of a sense of humor about the whole situation, first letting out a huge laugh, and then calmly, like a father talking to his son, repeats the same dialogue that the show uses word for word as he stands over Egg with his arms crossed. In the comics, after he tells Egg to close his mouth because the boy said he could ride the horse just as well as our knight, we actually see that Egg has a bit more of a rebellious attitude here, as in the show they just start to go back and forth with dialogue meant for them to get to know each other, but in the comics, Egg tells Dunk that he can't answer any of his questions with his mouth closed, as he says that with his mouth closed. And from here, after the two talk a bit just like in the TV show, Egg asks to be Dunk's squire since he is going to the tournament after all, but Dunk declines. In the comic, we actually get to see his inner monologue, and there Dunk explains that the reason he didn't want to take Egg on was more so because he felt like Egg had a good life at the inn where he could grow and be happy, and the life of a Hedge Knight squire is no life to aspire to, so he looks back at the sad boy and flips him a gold coin, leaving as he thinks that he can feel Egg staring him down. But of course, this won't be the last time they see each other.